You're worth more than this, ladies.
Did we just get some Disney magic?
Princess and the Bear here, and we're at EPCOT today, specifically the America Pavilion, American Adventure, as it's formally called, because there's some new magic happening at Regal Eagle next door. So, as your number one choice in foodie infotainment, we're here to see what that's all about. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm going to drape myself in an American flag.
It's time to foodie and chill.
You heard the girl.
My Disney dream has come true. I have been asking for a jackfruit only version of this sandwich in particular for so many years, and I feel like I have been heard in some beautiful, wonderful, I can't even describe the feeling that I feel having felt heard on this sandwich. With a beautiful coleslaw and a beautiful barbecue jackfruit. I know when we posted about this new sandwich, we had a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people saying they did not want a jackfruit. Some people saying that they like the jackfruit. I'm here to say I love me a good jackfruit sandwich, and with this garlic toast that is $5 on its own. I'm so excited for this. I don't even know why I'm stalling, because I am so excited for this. I don't even know which side to eat this on. I really like the garlic toast. I love a beautiful thick garlic toast. The slaw is nice. Or like the hole on the jackfruit. I just think that like the sauce needs a little bit more execution on the jackfruit. Like, it's just not saucy enough. It needs to be a little bit more saucy. And also, I would love for my jackfruit to have a little bit of char, because char on jackfruit really makes it. So if you could like take the jackfruit, cover it in the barbecue, give it a little once-over char action, and then throw it in the sandwich, it would be a 5 out of 5 Princess Days item. Like this, I actually still love it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. Jackfruits, this is literally my dream manifested into reality. I just think that like it needs a little bit more barbecue sauce, or I just need to go grab some barbecue sauce and just throw it onto this, and then I think it'll be fire. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that. So let's just try this with the barbecue sauce on top, since that's my idea. Let's see how it goes. Cheers. This is most definitely the way. This is such a good sandwich. I liked the Beyond, but this is so much better. 5 out of 5. Princess Days item. Regal Eagle is fire. You gotta come here.
You know, they say that this is a place where wishes come true. And since the day that Regal Eagle opened, like literally the day that it opened, we have been asking for a jackfruit only version of this sandwich. Beyond is nice. Beyond is predictable, and Beyond doesn't take the seasonings that well. We'd even wished for like an Impossible trade out a couple times throughout the years this place has been open. Now, obviously, we have a lot of gluten-free people in our community and abroad who have bemoaned, obviously, the loss of the Beyond Burger. It sucks. We have something for you later. But I believe that losing Beyond will free the shackles of Disney, because I can't even imagine the contractual nightmare of keeping Beyond like on a menu when you have like their name on there. I imagine that causes them some hassle, and which probably we don't see those items change very often. Hopefully now that that's gone, we'll see some change up. There's some different sauces, some different arrangements, and we'll get like a jackfruit salad at some point. Who knows? But off my soapbox and back into my food tray. I do think, just looking at it, these chunks of jackfruit are absolutely massive. They can tend to be a little bit more shredded. I know jackfruit's a pain, but actually, I think now at home, jackfruit is really hard to char. I think I want to get like a food-based torch, and then torch jackfruit before I toss it in the sauce. Ooh. That might be a better method. Let's work some experimentation. Follow us on like the other socials, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. That's when you find us doing weird stuff like that at home.
Or local were in Orlando, they did it in a food truck.
My biggest complaint about the Beyond Burger with the Jackfruit, aside from the fact that it had Beyond on it, was the incredibly, ridiculously small amount of Jackfruit that was actually on that sandwich. First day we got it, tons of Jackfruit. But each time after that, that amount got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And the last time we came here, it could barely constitute like a mini top hat. I hope the amount of jackfruit that's on this sandwich stays consistent over time, because if that does, I think we have a winner here. I would give this 4.75 out of 5 claws, even if you're not plant-based. And I know that there are some of you who look at vegan food or anything with a plant-based label, you shrink, you get kind of scared. I think this is worth trying. Jackfruit has a real like one-to-one texture-wise with pulled pork, and it's a lot easier to eat and carry out of your stomach in the middle of Florida summer than a heavy chunk of pulled pork. Unless you want the meat sweats on top of the Florida sweats, I'd say it might be worth a try. I like this one. I approve.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I ate a lot of these fries while we were waiting to review, so I'm gonna cheat. But I also got a lot of sauces, so you know. I'm just gonna show you the fry by itself. This is a seasoned fry. This is what you get non-allergy version. Cheers. It's probably like a Larry's seasoned salt situation, but like house made. And I'm really into it. I love the way they season the fries here. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 fries. The only thing that would make it better is if you just added some sauce to it, like mustard or ketchup or barbecue sauce or any of their amazing like extra sauces they have here.
Return of the shoestring frites. These frites definitely failed the fry test. This is looking like some of your ex-boyfriends in the worst possible way. You're worth more than this, ladies. And boys, in a lot of cases. Either way, it's seasoned. I like a good seasoned fry. If they're a bit fresher and a bit crisper, they'd be all the way there. They're giving me like callbacks to the waffle fries that I missed so much from Guys the Grill at Wilderness Lodge. We'll never have their like ever again. But they're above average at best. 2.75 out of 5 claws. There are off times ordering Disney food, especially quick service, where the photo does not match up with what you get on the tray in the worst kind of way. This, I believe, is the case of the opposite, because when I looked at this thing in the photos, it looked awful and plain. Now, this is their brand new house salad they have in the menu. There are 3 different versions of this. The salad's the same. You get a different meat side with each. You get a pulled chicken, pulled pork, or sliced beef. I went with the pulled chicken. It's covered in cornbread breadcrumbs with some heirloom tomatoes, sliced onion, and a ridiculous amount of ranch. This is a ranch boat. I know that I have said that certain things are vessels for sauce. This might be pushing a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and spin this around here. We're going to take off a nose piece first, and then we're going to try a little bit of the meats on it. You definitely need the knife. It's basically like an eighth of a wedge, almost. Nice and crispy, thick. I think I got a bit of the root on here, even. This is going to be an interesting bite. I will never understand America's obsession with iceberg lettuce. If that was a bit of root there at the end, they could have trimmed that last edge off there. It helped to hold the salad together, but it does not taste good. Let's go ahead and try it with some of this pulled chicken. Because I'm assuming that's the intent. Like a Disney version of like a Bono salad. Many of you, I don't know if Bono's is a southern thing. It's like the worst kind of like commercial looking barbecue. And the salad is basically just meat with a couple leaves.
So you're tossing your own salad?
I am tossing my own salad. That bite feels like much more what they had intended. The barbecue, the chicken over the house-made ranch with the cornbread breadcrumbs gives you a nice like savory salad with something light. Think of it almost like a lettuce wrapped sandwich, but in salad form. I would give this an even 3.75 out of 5 claws. It's good, especially if you're looking for something light, you're trying to cut down on your carbs. This might be it for you. Of course, you got the cornbread there, but it's better than a whole sandwich, I think. This is something I would actually consider on most days. Here we have a nice, good, trusty old Sam Adams. Beer. You'll be making circles around World Showcase in no time. Not a seasonal, not a lemon summer shandy, not a winter ale, not a summer ale, not a Oktoberfest. Just a nice, traditional, what are you, Boston area Sam Adams, because I have to represent for Sam Eagle at the very least. Old reliable. Like driveway oil stains, but edible. Still better than Bud Light though. 2.75 out of 5.
Now Bear ordered the gluten-free version of the same jackfruit burger that we had. Cheers to Bear and having a gluten-free option here when we lost one at Connections. I think the cucumber is a little more prominent in the gluten-free version because it's actually on it, and our vegan version does not have the cucumber. And that cucumber really gives you that extra little crunch. The vegan one is supposed to have that too, and I think that that crunch really just sets us to the next level. So, considering we have that on the gluten-free version, I like it a little bit more. I'm going to give it a 4.75 out of 5 sandwiches. It's a good one.
So the gluten-free folks, I told you that we had something for you. We did not forget about you. I know, obviously, you felt the pain lately with things disappearing and changing. You feel like you're losing options. You made sure to ask to make sure that you do have an option here. They do make the gluten-free sandwich in a separate station, separate fryer, separate everything. So the fries cooked separate, bread separate, whole sandwich prepared by the allergy chef in the back. You do have to wait a little bit longer, but they can't take care of you. The bread is definitely smaller, not the traditional Texas toast, but it's got the same sort of like shape and consistency. I was worried that there wasn't as much jackfruit in it as the regular one. There is. It just doesn't fit as well in there, so it basically, when you pick it up, it falls out. But you are getting a similar sized portion for the same price and still able to have something gluten-free. I'm glad for that. The bread definitely is that gluten-free sort of like aftertaste that you get, but that's far better than any gluten-free roll you've ever been served anywhere on Walt Disney World property. And I think with the combination of the coleslaw and the barbecue jackfruit, that taste is so on the back end that you would barely even notice in most cases, especially if you're used to gluten-free bread products. It's quite tasty, and I'm glad that it's a viable option. Don't be afraid to ask. They will take care of you here. I hope that they add it to the mobile order menu, because right now it's not on there at all or even listed that it's possible. But they do have a button for it at the register, so you can go up and order it for it as you would anything else in the other quick service. I would give this a solid 4 out of 5 claws. Probably the tastiest gluten-free item on purpose that I've had in a while. Maybe Regal has finally saved American barbecue.
I'm so happy with these changes at Regal Eagle, more so than I expected to be. And I think it's about time that they changed the menu, considering it hasn't changed since they've been open. And we've done like 4 reviews since they've been open. I think this is our
like
5th
4
one.
actual reviews, and then like 1 every single time we do New Year's Eve here. There's been a lot that we've been asking for a change in that sandwich.
Yes.
And I'm glad that they're actually accommodating gluten-free as well. I just need Disney IT. Your whole menu update system is a little awful.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Nothing on you. I know you're not working with much, but awful.
Hire one of
Awful.
us. We're IT people.
Could they afford us?
No.
Probably not.
Also, tell me in the comments, because I think America Pavilion especially, the turkey leg is so prominent here, and people just love to slice pieces of it. I get grossed out and borderline pukey when I see it, but like, if you are a turkey leg person, tell me why you eat a turkey leg in the parks in the comments. If you are not a turkey leg person, tell me why you don't eat a turkey leg in the comments. Either way, we need to know what is up with this overhyped GMO flesh.
I think the princess is starting a war on turkey legs. Lord tip,
Yes.
the way that she convinced me to come to Disney World was she let me buy a turkey leg for my first trip. That was the only way I would agree to come.
So
I wanted a turkey leg and I wanted a beer.
And then the stipulation was he had to eat it in front of me. I had to watch him eat it. He left that part out. I had to sit and be grossed out while he had that turkey grease dripping down his face. I cannot.
It was not that graphic.
But you guys tell me what you think about that turkey grease.
Maybe that photo, because we have a photo, will be a good community tab post one day. But I want to know what you guys think of both Regal Eagle and how I was convinced to get a Disney World pass in the comments below. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
to see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, I don't know, maybe there will be no more America for you in the EPCOT World Showcase. Maybe it'll just be Muppets.
And all Muppets American Adventure would be an improvement.
Sam Eagle says, it is a tribute to all things, but mostly America.
You heard the girl.